Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. Today's video I have Rosalind gel polishes. This kit is 6 pieces. Each bottle is 7 milliliters, and I'm going to get this open so I can show these to you guys. Now these are really neat. These are mood changing polishes, and Rosalind always includes their how to prep, how to apply and remove directions inside their packaging, as well as Q&A for you guys. So if you don't know how to apply the products, they also give an ingredients list. They have a 7 free formula, always have their manufacturing information and caution information. Now I am excited that Rosalind sent these out to me. I love color changing products, and these mood polishes are essentially just color changing polishes. They're going to change color depending on the temperature, whether it's warmer or colder. Some of them are a little more subtle than others, and some of them are extremely obvious. Now, these polishes are very chunky. They have a lot of glitter in them. They have milers in them. They have very small sequins in them, so they are definitely chunky. Now, I have to be honest, when I first looked at these, when I was opening the bottles, I was like, because I'm not a big fan of chunky polishes. Like, I like a really saturated glitter polish, but the chunkiness, like the sequins or the milers or whatever being in there, can sometimes make application just a little bit funky. And so, but y'all, they still applied beautifully. They really did. Now, when I do apply them to my full cover tips, I did have a little bit of filing, just a minuscule amount of filing, because when you apply these, the milers and the sequins are so small that trying to position them on the nail is just a little bit different when they're such tiny pieces. But you all, they still applied beautifully. Now this is what they look like fully cured. I went ahead and did a second coat of application so you guys can really see the color. Also, I am out of the clear swatch sticks, so I just went ahead and used the black ones. That is all I have left other than my stilettos, and I did not want to waste a bunch of product because these are smaller bottles, but I still wanted you guys to see how it was going to look when it was applied, because they do look just a little different during the application than they do in the bottle. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So I am almost done recapping, and you guys, this green and blue shift right there is absolutely gorgeous. I did not use that in today's set, but I am going to be using that very, very soon because it is so pretty, and I cannot wait to get a chance to use it. So if you guys are interested in these, they will be linked down below with a discount code for you guys, or you can go to Rosalind Beauty, link I've got down in my description section, and check out all of their products. So this is how they all look all together, and I chose 2 of these to work with today. These 2 right here, and I'm going to also use some C001 from Rosalind. That is a white gel polish, and I'm going to use full coverage coffin tips. Now I'm going to use a white base, and that's going to do 2 things. It's going to save me from having to build up too many layers. I would need to put 3 layers of this gel to get a very opaque nail, 2 coats to get just good coverage, but I really wanted to make them pop, so I'm putting a white base down. That white's going to allow the light to reflect back up through the glitter too and really make them extra sparkly. And I'm going to use an ultra thin layer. I am actually almost out of this C001. These tiny bottles are amazing, but they just don't last as long as the 10 to 15 milliliter bottles, of course. So I had just enough of the C001 to do that 1 coat of application on this entire set of nails. So I'm only going to do the application with the base color on the thumbnail for you guys. I'm going to do the rest of them off camera, but I just wanted to show you how beautifully this applies. And I also wanted to show you guys the steps I was taking to create this set of nails today. So I'm keeping that layer ultra thin and making sure that it is nice and even without any streaks or lumps or bumps. And here they are out of the lamp with just 1 coat of application. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the thumbnail. So for the thumbnail, I'm going to use this gorgeous purple glitter polish, and I'm going to do a nice even layer on the nail. Now I do add a little extra here and there, but I thin it all back out. I want to make sure that I have good coverage with the glitters. So as saturated and chunky as it looked when I was showing them to you guys in the bottle, this is what I was talking about the application. They applied beautifully. They have a nice jelly consistency to them, and they have plenty of glitter, but they're not all over saturated with glitter. Some are more than others. So there are some mylar pieces in here, and I do try to move those around a little bit and make sure I have coverage. I am going to go in and do a second coat of application on all the nails, but I want to make sure my first coat has nice even coverage when it comes to the glitter, so I just moved them around where I wanted them to be. So the next gel I'm using is a very soft purple, almost pinkish purple. It does translate more into a silver tone once it goes into the lamp. Now this one has a lot less chunky pieces in it. It does have some milers in it, but it's a lot more fine glitter in this polish than some of the other ones. And none of the polishes have names or numbers, so I can't tell you the name or number for them, but this one right here is just a really soft purple. Now you can see right there I had a little chunk of mylar that was sticking out of the top. I was trying to remove any of those loose pieces, but I will be removing any of that around the edges of the surface later on when I get done doing this set. So we'll cover that when we get to that part of the video. So this is what they look like out of the lamp with that first coat of application. And as you can see, the index finger is a lot lighter in color. It did turn a lot more silver. The purple did not change a whole lot. I will say that the purple is a very, very subtle change, but it is still such a beautiful color. And I'm going to go through and do a really thin, even coat. I'm just trying to make sure I can get a nice saturation of a glitter on the body of the nail. That way it's really going to pop when I get done with my application. And each one of these layers I am curing in the lamp for 60 seconds. And I am going to top coat these as well later on before I get these applied to my hands. But you can see how quickly that color richens up and how quickly that glitter just builds up right there on the nail with that second coat. And here we are, like I said, look at how it changed into a silver tone. I'm going to go in and apply that second coat, and you can really see the difference in the color when I do that. But I'm also going to show you a little bit of that color change before we look at the final look of these nails. So here they all are done with their 2 coats of application. I'm going to go through each nail and remove that little bit of a tacky layer off the surface of the nail. Now these are tacky when you get done curing them. And I'm going to take my file and just go down the sides, around the front, the back, just all the edges, and remove any pieces that might be sticking out just a little bit. Like I said, with the chunky glitters and the mylars, sometimes they can end up protruding outward on the nail, whether it be the sides or the surface of the nail. So I'm just going to take and just go over lightly and remove any little lump or bump that I see, because it's just going to affect my finished product. Also, I buffed off the surface of the nail, so this just took a couple seconds per nail and they are completely done. So I'm going to go in with a really good non-wipe top coat, do a nice even layer. Once I get my top coat applied to all my nails, I did flip them over for a few seconds to let everything settle back. And then I stuck that in the lamp to cure that for 60 seconds. And guys, these turned out so stunning that I decided not to do anything else to these nails once that top coat is applied. Now, y'all know I love my nail art, but y'all, these polishes spoke for themselves. I'm going to show them to you a couple different ways. I'm going to show them to you in the natural light, and I'm going to show them to you with the flash on so you guys can see the difference and just how much sparkle is on these nails. Like, you cannot tell right here, but you are going to be able to tell here in a minute. And so I did take a nice little bowl of cold water. I stuck an ice cube in there because I really want it to be nice and cold. And I'm going to show you guys what it did to these nails. Check that out. Look at that color change. That gave it a gorgeous ombre effect that lasted for hours. I mean, hours. So these last a long time when they do the color change. I highly recommend getting a set of these for yourself because they are gorgeous. I cannot wait to do more sets with these polishes, y'all. They're just so pretty. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making these. Stick around and you're going to see the effect of these in the natural light and under the flash. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.